Akabono. Angel, Afishapa.
I think come between.
It's always good.
Absolutely, oh my and then my friend you correct, oh my
It's always good, you know. You know, so we still have, you know, Angel. But you've paid your dues for Ghana. So,
thank you, and also you also pay your dues for Ghana.
Yeah.
And we are having very informed discussions on radio and other platforms.
Yeah.
Ghana, and I'm confident that our country will become what we want it to be like.
Exactly. In fact, Ghana needs to appreciate some of Ebinimu Tisemo. You know, Ebinimu Omo Konesa, Oma Brighty Konana Manasa impact on the bigger picture, and you can't be left out of that. So,
God bless you. And I thank you very much.
Yeah.
These words don't come easily.
But if you look at your journey, Nankasana, you know, you are amongst the few people that must suffer political attacks, verbal, and then sometimes very personal. Sometimes the sacrifices you've made as an individual to make sure a certain cause, the Ghana cause, be achievable. You know, what you've gone through day in and night out. I think
it has not been easy.
Yes.
From my days on Radio Universe to my days as Nagrat chairman till now.
Yes.
But that is the nature of the fight. Yes. I'm sure you are also getting attacked.
Exactly. Yes. But sometimes your bravery, you know, it marvels because family, they will be calling. Now so so it hasn't been easy.
My late mother, who cannot just understand why I cannot keep quiet.
So 2024, I think that we should see the teacher and the profession, a teacher, as a priority to ensure, say, you better lift up the game. Now, I'm a teachers for I am well motivated in terms of logistics, and then in terms of salaries and other allowances are due them, and then we limit the intimidation and frustrations Yankasa as parents, as agencies, as departments, as ministries, and as governments, you know, the teaching fraternity, just to ensure a smooth sale of educational setup. You know, what do you think about that?
In fact, it would be very good because the time has come where we have to make the teaching profession a real professional institution where there will be no influences but just the professional principles. If you are not qualified to be a teacher, you are not qualified to be a teacher. If you are performing well, you are appreciated, recognized, and rewarded. If you are not performing well, you are dealt with by the rules and regulation of the service. Promotion will be based on merit. You have a situation, then the society appreciates the work now teacher no all year. Who are over Juma 8 o'clock, now about 5 o'clock. Who do back at Aqua share Obinsa? Just a panel and now the Aqua share Obinsa. And now we Juma Sani Pana, a set of superintendent over Ubano. Sani Pano, a set of very well trained and professional at that. So that the child will be better off when you come back at 5 o'clock to come and take the child. And we can do this if we all allow the profession to be professional without interference.
So it's a good conversation. You just made a statement on meritocracy. I had to say it's a canker. We are all suffering from it. And I never knew say enya kwenya kran so ewo eye acheche from Juma Mudin. What continues to be that canker of meritocracy is difficult. It's difficult. What?
This favoritism, every institution in Ghana, police service, military, public service, Obia godfather and a godmother. Oh, when I didn't be June, Bibitia, Moko Kuwe, or Kuwe, a Bayama, that sort of thing. And then Eddie Kankana buy in society, and then it'll be also okay if that is the way to go. No, then let us all get a godfather, let us all get a godmother, so that we can proceed. A bonus answer, a standards, and I compromises standards. Those days in the past, if you want to go to the military brings its conditions. You apply. Who qualify your best file? Who won't qualify your file? And then since 1992 to now, yeah, by the review. Now you see politicians, NDC, MPP, politicians, you see the numbers, now you are jinko for bureaucracy. Ye jinko for the advertising say a jinko for ye new time a jinko for. The same applies to police, the same applies to almost everywhere in this country. So a must standards, no, a burden.
But if standards are coming down, the implication here, there.
Oh, the implication that the society does not move forward. Look, me grandfather, me papa, not all your police me. Or can story be true said now met the big or Western region. And now your man no coco year the BT said truck driver, police senior police officer. For about 4 years. The investigating case no. They were able to find the murderers after 4 years of investigation. Or no on your Muslim, no so no who Muslim. Echo mosque. Now I know truck driver. Akoko community just because they were investigating one single murder for a period of 4 years. Do we still have those policemen in our society today where someone is investigating a case? Now it's a transfer. Now now docket. Do we have that in our teaching profession today where a teacher will pick a child from a very poor home or believes that this child can become somebody, dedicate his life, and today that child can say, and can you teach away many baby? Do we still have those teachers today? These are the questions. Do we still have the medical doctors who dedicated themselves to make sure that a poor woman from across does not die because she does not have money? That is the type of society we need to build.
But as we are entering 2024, Debia Dameka, the figures keep changing, but we are doing the same old things, even though we have new figures. So what it tells some of us, they said, we are not seeing or understanding the times that we are in and the relevance of the shift from 23 to 24. We will continue to talk about meritocracy, but we will not find solutions to meritocracy. We will continue to talk about corruption, but we will not find solutions to corruption in terms of minimizing it. We will continue to talk about people who are given certain favors, they don't deserve it, but we will not find solutions to talk about that. We will continue to talk about the journalistic standards that are falling, but will not put in measures that will curb that Adena is. So we keep lamenting, we keep bringing up issues and problems. What really can be done in 2024? We should have been started in 2023 to give us that hope. Say we are not living same in 2024 as we did in 2023 and expect a bigger change in 2024.
Well, His Eminence Cardinal Apia Texan, a statement be that people are talking about peace, but peace cannot be given to people who are not ready for peace. The question is, are we in this country ready for a change of mind, a change of attitude? Those days, many senior broadcasters via Kasada, yes, over GBC, who means sorry, mic in before you speak into the mic in GBC those days. Now corporations, now the service is sure say you have been well trained, you are prepared, your choice of words, pronunciation, everything before they allow you to go on air. Those days, obia na ye wayek invigilator. We a junior teacher now bus school mo a senior teachers na ye invigilators. Ene Yet to me, using national service for class among vigilante students just because So the question is that we were once a nation. Look, those when you take newspapers and you read articles, what kind of articles now? Who said this article now? You have to newspaper. You can why year research and all true. We've lost. In fact, Professor Gajepo, a research me, and I was shocked to realize that people were reading more in the 1960s than they are reading today. Our standards are falling. Even about music, the quality of music. You say, will be a celebrity or a star. On one concerning your mobile to Numana or to Discord. The quality of music and the thought that goes into the wedding, the lyrics, are a young addition, the bringing and no crack. So our society, it looks as if day in, day out, you're not prepared. We are not ready. So a difficult question, but we cannot also give up because we can't have any other society other than the one that we have today.
I see. If you've just joined a Yenua Bema Angel Kabonu and Yenene Twitrin Komo. Dominic, you sent me that release. Besame Kinkana Fieshe Yen Komo proper nase with Angel. I'm sure Angel for the past 2 days now, what a commentary from the former president on this matter of our educational system being in shambles. And he going ahead to his Excellency, the former president, going ahead to talk about a connivance between teachers and students. But I think this release is to okay, so clearly it's here from the Ministry of Education, response to former President John Dramani Mahama on the conduct of the 2023 West African Secondary School Certificate Examination, Wassce. The attention of the Ministry of Education has been drawn to a statement making the rounds on social media in which the former President John Dramani Mahama challenges the 2023 Wassce results and indicates poor supervision of the candidates during the examinations, hence resulting in better performance. He further alleges that teachers collided with candidates to cheat during the examinations. These statements are a calculated attempt to downplay the great strides made by the ministry in improving learning outcomes in the country. It is imperative to note that under the presidency of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we have made monumental progress in core subjects from an average 40.93% score A to C6 in 2015 to a highly improved average of 69.73% score A to C6 in 2023. Is therefore comprehensive comparative analysis of 2015 and 2023 Wassce results. We wish to assure all stakeholders, especially students, parents, guardians, teachers, and the general public that the Ministry of Education did not and will not compromise on the quality of education. Such a statement aimed at impugning the integrity of the vast majority of our hard-working teachers and students should be condemned by all well-meaning Ghanaians. As evidence of Ghana's superior performance in the Wassce, we recorded the highest ever 8 A1s in 2020, with Ghana recording 411 8As out of the 465 across West Africa. It is worth noting that over the past 6 years, our students have consistently performed better in the Wassce as a result of the notable interventions due to the free SHS policy, which allows all students access to better prepared maths and science teachers and core text remedial packages, support to low-performing schools, and increased contact hours for teaching and learning. The ministry reiterates our commitment that the quality of education and examination at all levels, including the Wassce, will not be compromised. and is issued by the Public Relations Unit of the Ministry of Education. Angel, are you privy to the commentary the former president Ekai?
Yes, I heard that in the news.
What did you hear?
I think it was a statement that there was cheating in the exams by students with the collusion of teachers that contributed to the performance of the students. Unless I didn't hear clearly, this is what I thought I heard.
Okay, the first one was our education is in shambles. The second one was a connivance by teachers and students to get the grades so-called. The third one was he knowing that all what we are doing is for political gains and attention, and the consequences will be faced as a country. So basically, this is the import of what the former president is saying, and this is the response, because the ministry is specific. This is the response from the ministry to the former president. So you are in it. We are watching. What really is the picture? One, you better agree, say, our educational sector is in shambles now.
Like I say, we have challenges with our educational sector. We have challenges. I will not get to the level of shambles. Shambles means the thing is scattered and it is in a state of disrepair or disarray. I'll say we have challenges in our educational system. Number two, there were examination malpractices, but I don't think that the examination malpractices led to the performance of the students. My worry is the fact that we are beginning to use the results of students, whether they have passed or whether they have failed, and we have brought it onto the political football pitch. The danger with this sort of thing is that a bindia or baba power or bayenia and say oh yes now results no are looking good now a kata challenges now you also and a bit compromising the standard of the exams and the sanctity of the exam. That is why my worry is there is a standard that you use or WAEC and you did market students. Politicians, NDC, MPP, in the case of Ghana, because you see, there are no two exams here yet the same. O level, A level now, you try in the past. No. Obi akwa konya EEE. Ontumi nkafe sa nipa no wa bon onim hwe. There are no two exams here the thing. Sometimes to me try sorry. Not a year no, you see A ebe 80%. Another year to me president so any you be about 70%. So you cannot say that any two examinations here ebe the same. The 1970 University of Ghana are producing X number of first class. Now 2023 University of Ghana are producing X number of first class. Only say that first class in 1990 Omar Bonsi Yomuwa 2023. Yet politicians nature. You see, the akwanya diet na usiwaya dia. Achina betre. This akwana university. Now, could do Unkofobi to say a champ for Professor Champion in na for him. Now, you mass to board no one. Only Professor Champion a bebo of Unkomo. So we beg NDC and NPP. The political football now on Modi educational front. Maybe the 2024 election is going to be fought on Wassce results. We have our basic schools that are gradually disintegrating on daily basis. NDC, MPP, let us maintain our standards. Ubi a party, wa party. Ubi a failure, wa fail.
But, Angel, you cannot rule out that this collaboration is going on.
which collaboration? The teachers, no.
Teachers and students and parents.
Yes. You see, the matter is even bigger than the question you are asking. Because Matisse, communities be or Hininan Kasankasi involved. Who the headmaster ba? Now, our headmaster so Baba Yama Finchin. The community can rise and say, our headmaster Yempeno. There are teachers who pollute, but it is not every teacher who engages him or herself in examination or practice. We are many who can say, if I am invigilating and conducting exams, there is no way I'm going to engage in this type of action because I ain't crying any breming. And how is that going to change my way with that? So yeah, it is there, but we cannot say a new reflecting the performance, the general performance of students nationwide. And also a bad thing, so I ran into that conclusion.
So in effect, as a major stakeholder, no, the decline, shambles, it can be and it's not correct. That's the first point. Is that
shambles? We have to substitute that word. We have challenges.
Okay. 2. Osa kase eyadia anka sa connivance ne de but its effect on the final outcome of the results, no, minimal. Is that the case?
Yes, some few teachers have been found to engage in this, but it is not a reflection of it is not the general picture.
But can you say it is also a reflection in terms of results, no, of the ministry, any service, no, kwaya omode monyome fa no, and ema mo that motivation, no, to teach more na.
So the ministry's aspect of the statement no modified say the motivational to kwemo ama better how the modified you bet me a contest no kakra the motivations in yama ben omudi ama teacher for are different from what we used to have. Teachers as we speak Sikana almost as motivating money, no. I mean, it is nothing to write home about. In a whole year, the motivating Sikaba teachers need Bikrajia 1 year 300 Ghana cedis, 400 Ghana cedis. So is that what is being talked about? That aspect of the ministry statement here, as a teacher who is fighting for the conditions of service, we have serious challenges with that aspect. And yes, sir, the public will think, say, Mama, some special package, in particular, special package, by for teachers, any other.
So, if it is challenges, what are the challenges? You're replacing a shambles with challenges. So, it means that the president had something to say. But maybe the word then was wrong. So, it means that there are challenges, yeah.
Challenges are my discusses our challenges severally. Number one, about the year BBC said Ghana no, the only educational level I want senior high school. Because majority of Ghanaian children are in public basic schools. And attention have shifted tremendously from the public basic school to senior high schools. And infrastructural resources, any other teaching learning resources, especially public basic schools, no, it is not going, and gradually, especially in the urban, any peri-urban areas, no, the public basic schools are gradually dying. And if it dies, no, it will have serious consequences on us. Number 2, Uber senior high schools, there are several challenges of overpopulation, lack of adequate infrastructure, teaching and learning material resources, and then staff, both teaching and non-teaching staff, are very motivated to teach. So these are some of the challenges that we are having in education, and we need to address some of these challenges.
Menu baby, but frequent engagements with the ministry and with the service in terms of firming up the challenges we have as a country, as a ministry, as a service in terms of education. I am kokra the outcome no. I am a positive and I IPAC the electoral commission for open on way.
Look, you see, also we need to have a national standard so that we say this is a standard template. You can say standard way and on mine you be fresh say you school. So you see school A, we should have A, B, C, D, E, F as materials and resources. You better have for idea way basic school and idea way secondary school, so that we can use that as a measuring stick and ensure say at least minimum every school is having this standard as the template. For our idea, we don't have it in Ghana. So over school A, there are different resources. You go to school B, there are different resources, and it allows the politician to escape responsibilities. We need to get what we call the national school standard as a minimum template, as a measure what we can call senior high school and what we can call basic school. That is number one. Number two, Nipana or Tradie. Look, the year 2022-2023, we lost over 10,000 teachers to abroad. And the numbers are increasing. China, a lot of people are going there to teach English. Half of Britain, UK, there, or my dream say they are going to take all our teachers from us. And the teachers are going because condition now a work look, teaching is not a first option. Because graduate teacher, we university, our Ghana Education Service, what is just around 2,000 Ghana cedis. So what is the motivation? Well, and apart from that, also set teacher no salaries were, and yes, allowance we also, and allowance we also, Takora. So BC, we improve teachers' welfare power. Let us put the welfare down A, B, C, D, E. May which aspect of teachers' welfare and I are improve in our conditions of service. Our horse a buy my rent advance. Teacher bank and our Ghana we rent advance. Our Ghana Education Service that. A BC, I mean, maintain product. So these are the realities. And you can even bring something. And your union crowd, the one teachers, and I'm from studio, and they will tell you.
I see. You remember back to what the former president said again. Ebasa, I am very worried because Onyobia Sakeke is a former president.
Yeah, I think what we can do, and I said maybe we will need to have further information from the office of the former president. The statistics he has indicating that the more practices contributed to the general performance. You know, maybe there is some information you and I may not know. And I can even expect that maybe some of your newsmen can approach his office and demand some information that they have to help us all to arrive at a conclusion. That the collusion between teachers and students was widespread, and the level of collusion and malpractices was such that it has contributed to the results that we are getting.
Yebeko, but two quick ones on this back and forth on licensure, and maybe sometimes Yebeka said, "Oh, mine can't call you difficult because we don't have that laid down. All of us must abide principle, and I say, rule be a yeshua, yedequenim, eba sector to sector, ubiaba or dioye, and the implications, some of them extremely negative, ebi are quite positive. For instance, on this Master of Licensure exam scene, we have gotten it clear and very clear from the former president. Say, or no, not buying isusu say there's a better way out than the licensure. And this government just introduce it also to regulate and streamline and give a certain positive mindset that Ubia or crossover or or those institutions, you know, or not just a normal teacher, but a teacher very much revered and knows what it's about. On licensure, what is really the challenge?
Well, licensure is very, very critical and tight. There are two opinions. Opinion number one, and it says, licensure exam na students they should take that exam and add it to the final examination of the student, so that or trying a final exam in the university and a training institution now what trying a licensure account, so that the results no bar those who fail the licensure on one they've not come out of their university, because according to most of them it's a real school. Some have betting and some they have to take transfer from point A to point B to write the licensure. And among for being so believe it is a strategy of government to regulate the number of people they can take into the public service and so on and so forth. So that is perception A. The second one is Muman Kofono University. Now university no mu befia. Wow, person will try here no. Now I control licensure exam. Now that if you pass, then you can go and look for a job. These are the two point of views that are there on the licensure exam. The MPP government believes that the licensure exam should be written when the student finishes school. Our base year or on the licensure exam. The NDC government believes that licensure exam, let's say the final exam at the training institution. So which one or now pass here, we a professional teacher. Now what me try at the end. There is a third opinion, and this is a Nipanaba, no teaching field now. Through in-service programs and development, the person will metamorphose from an ordinary teacher to a licensed teacher. So these three opinions, local universities, mainly training institutions now, you will see that opinions are divided on this matter.
But you, Angel Kabonu, an experienced person in this industry we are talking about, in fact, a major stakeholder, void of Nagrat, what is your opinion on these various schools of thoughts? So what's your opinion?
Wait, they make power that you don't take my personal opinion for the first time. We have made it one of the issues the person you deliberately on in 2024. All the unions.
Well, so the union, the fact that mo person mo deliberate na mo ba abonting with one a year voice, no, it doesn't take personal opinions out of it, because you say ampa license and they say you pay another way out around it. Whether you agree or not, you are part of Ikuno. We all say this is it. And you say you there be with the jack and one another one you have to follow suit. But it should be on record, but left to me kwabna santen kwandie. As a senke say teacher ni bia person ye tum now say now as all your way and now your way. That record should be there, even though the majority said this. That's your position.
The reason is that you had preliminary meetings. Now preliminary meeting, it was so hot. It was so hot that we could not even arrive at a consensus. And so because of that, I say, okay, all teacher unions will come together. We have written a letter to all the political parties say you share before they even come up with their manifesto. So that their inputs, if they like, they can carry our inputs into their manifesto as far as education is concerned.
That is what that is Angel Kabono, that is what we have done over time. Yakoye at the mercy and the beck and call of these political parties and politicians.
No, but this time,
let me suggest this because sadia na ma bribia da no yen input na kwa ye kra na ye pa na ye consider mo yen ye bet na ba mu na ya direct affairs but yen implement it. So I think that moving into 2024, this is suggestions to all unions, all kinds of businesses and whatever. Yen ye wo adwumanum ne ye aban or political party, we don't stop you from bringing your ideas to add up to. But Nukrene say, we've seen that over time from 1992, you've taken us for granted. So we think that our input, say one tia, this is the position we are going back to our members. Because when it comes to matters of Ghana and our profession, if we politicize it there, what it means therefore is that every 4 or 8 or 12 years, we are just changing people, but not making sure we are making history or there's a status quo that is building a better Ghana that we want. Because if teacher phone you all teacher unions are not called Benkro, Ekasiyepe, Anayempe, and they meet these political parties and they tell them at their face that Yempe, Anayepe. Someone see the SUA Kanasia. We'll go back to our members and tell them that vote this party in or out. When we get to that point, political parties will take some of these people and some of you people very serious because they want to have said they open on you. Say yeah, say move for the year and the move. So why the mother margin call? But I'm butcher skilling a check.
Yeah.
If we don't set up,
I agree with you perfectly. The way we do politics in this country. In the United States, the teacher unions before election announce which party they want to support. And it doesn't create a problem. But what would him say in Ghana, that would be a difficulty because if you do a democracy, it can create some problem for everybody for here. So you look at your society, you manage. Let Anaya throw to the political parties and say, they wrote a letter to let me just give you this information. They wrote a letter to us that they want to meet us, and we said no, you cannot stampede us because we are not prepared. We will bring you some set of questionnaires. Those questionnaires now, it will be something we'll put in public. And I bet me leaky crime and media. So it's not as if it's then you give us answers when we have our engagement. So we wrote a letter to the political party saying, by February thereabout, we want to have this engagement so that the public will be aware of some of the issues that we are going to raise. So it will no longer be business as usual. Because I am part of those formulating the questionnaires, and I'm a little bit reluctant to answer my position on the licensure. But that engagement, when we have it, we will even want the media to be there because it's a public discourse that we want to have.
Angel, Mama Nasi, say you Rafi from Namediwa Communica Gidigidisano. It's memoir parking wako Yankodano. Na 2024, Yetimi.
Miss Friend Yamishra on you and your team at Asempa.
Amen.
And then Afisha Panso.
I think come to you. But before I bekono, Mestre, your community needs you, and your tribesmen are listening. It will wish them in your language, from Ukurumine to the last person.
Should I speak every?
Exactly. Now,
okay. My gift a pay, but Jobunina, I'm a shaman, a teacher, the one hour at Ghana. Mabia Yehowa ba yayada amasiamaji nina Yehowa na naminse Ghana duko kwenye duko ekala niachi duko bubuara kamala niachi famina mi aledua nya wodotosin na mi akọ ngoyi vena mi abiu. Amen.
Amen. I wish you well. A prosperous new year. Thank you so much, Angel Kabod.
Thank you.
And what is your name? Elvis, now can I with